Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of The Canvas and I, with me, your host, Jim Peters. Today, we're in an outside scenic view, which is going to be the inspiration for our painting, an underwater scene. So this is what we're going to be painting today. It's a rough idea of it. So what we're going to do first is lay on a little color with our old 3-inch brush here, and we're going to use some blue. Just streak it across the old canvas here, because in the beginning we're going to need to spread a lot of color. We'll just put it straight onto the canvas. We got this, as you can see, we started with a black canvas this time. Last time it was white. Next time it will be Mexican. So tune in for that episode. But the reason we did this is because we want our predominant background color is going to be black, because the sea is dark, and if our predominant background color is going to be a certain color, it's a good idea to just give your canvas a base coat of that color in the beginning. So we're just making some sunlight shine on down through the ocean. Big old spot of it right here. Don't forget to add some water to your brush every now and then to kind of make it thinner. It really brings out the paint. And something that's kind of important to remember with the background, the farthest part of the background, which is the foreground. Wait, no, the farthest part of the background we already painted. Now the next closest to the not being far part of the background is going to be what we're going to paint right now, which is the background. So try to keep that straight. I like underwater things, you know. Reminds me of seafood, you know. In my store, there's a great bunch of people in the seafood department. They're all just off the hook, really great people. Although I used to work at a seafood restaurant that was kind of floundering until it went belly up, which was not my fault. I mean, granted, there was a little bit of urine found in the crab cakes, but that was never linked back to me directly. It's just kind of a greenish color, because everything underwater has algae on it, and you know, that's usually green, unless you got that crazy glowing algae. I just made that up. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. I saw it on Discovery Channel once, but that might have been a dream most having. You ever fall asleep with the Discovery Channel on, and then you wake up, and all of a sudden, you know everything there is to know about bats? And there's all kinds of different coral. There's some that looks like a brain, you know, and there's some that looks like, other things, like intestines and shit. So if you have, any trouble, just imagine you're painting a brain or like a sliced open intestine, because that's basically what coral is. Get a little bit of water on there so it glides easily. It's an underwater painting, you get water on the brush. It's good to have like at least, I don't know, three land changes or so to develop depth in your painting. And that's the whole trick. You want it to look like you can, like it's actually there. You want it to have some depth. You want it to have some feel, some breathability, or no wait, that's underwear. You just want it to look like it could actually be there. Each layer will have a little bit more life in it. You know, this is the sea. It's full of life. That's the thing to imagine. There's all kind of things living down there. You could paint all kinds of things on here, like little things that live on the ground, like little lobsters, or octopi, or that's plural for octopus. It wasn't octopuses. It's octopi. Or, a mafia informant. Anything that's basically going to be on the bottom of the ocean. And this is your world, so just don't be afraid to experiment. Alright, and so we're also going to drop a little bit of brown onto the canvas, because There's areas of brown in the ocean as well. It's kind of weird when you think about it, that the ocean, you know, all the fish that live in there, they they're just, you know, they just shit in the same thing that they breathe, and they like drink the water, right? So like, they're just drinking shit water. Like, it makes me feel bad for fish, and also people who eat fish, because that shit's kind of disgusting when you think about it. But you know, I mean, if you want to eat things that swim in the toilet, that's cool, man. That's cool with me, you know. Some seaweed. Yeah, there's a lot of seaweed under the water. Seaweed, man. That's kind of a reference to the stuff. And that's what happens sometimes. You have an idea and you start painting, and it's just like you don't even listen to what you were saying. Painting should be fun, you know. And if it's not, then you're not using the right drugs. It's as simple as that. It's all up to you and what you're trying to accomplish. You know, that's great. Impressionism is great. It teaches you could paint like shit up close, and it will still look good far away. It's kind of nice how that works out. We don't want to overdo it, especially in the foreground, because you're going to cover up your background, and you want your background to be visible, or else you'll lose the depth that you've been working so hard to make. So we're on with the painting. I'm going to add a little bit more white speckles in here, kind of giving it a more watery feel. It's good to take a break and step back and look at your paintings every now and then to kind of see what you might change. I got kind of mostly dry brush here, just to kind of give it more of an interesting feel. It needed a little bit more depth, I think. And we'll go back and add more seaweed through there too. Well, that's too much. And that's the thing about painting. You don't always get it right the first time around. Or a lot of the times around. But it's all about having fun, like I was saying. You want an important part about painting or drawing or anything is just having contrast. Contrast between the areas is really what makes your thing come to goodness. You know, like whatever it is, like a painting or a fucking drawing or a relationship. You want to have something like contrasting. You know, you would want to date yourself, right? That'd be kind of weird, I think, because, you know, you'd be a homosexual then, first off, and then, you know, you just, like I'm saying, you need a little bit of contrast. Oh, geez, just throw it up in there in the dark areas. It really makes everything pop out, kind of. It like gives a backside to the rocks without destroying that that hard core shadow of black. All right, floating in these colors. Get it? Because it's the ocean. Oh man, my puns are gonna get worse and worse with each episode, so that'll be something to look forward to. Even get kind of two colors in your brush at once, and like maybe one side dark and one side light, and that helps your stroke. And you all know how important stroking is. You want to use as few strokes as possible. Some people paint in one stroke, and I just say, really? How you can? What's the point? It's not even. Where's the romance? Reef action, or some little guys, not quite reefs, but you can make it. It's important to allow some things to like extend off the painting, off the edge, you know. It's important to let some things cross the border, because then they might get good jobs and send you back money. And also, it creates depth in your painting, and that's something you're really looking for, because that makes it believable. It's gonna kind of look like that intestine coral, you know. Just imagine you're just drawing intestines, and you're just gonna kind of slice them right at the top. So. If that helps you draw it, then you're sick. You're a sick fuck. But that's cool, man, because you're watching my show, and more power to you. As long as you just keep watching. Do whatever you want to do. Slice up some intestines. Well, maybe don't actually do that. That's probably a bad idea.